Dear students, this is Dr. Ramya, Department of English, JJ College of Arts and Science, Autonomous. In this session today, we are going to see a special genre, a revenge play, the Spanish tragedy. Let me define the qualities of a revenge tragedy. In this type of genre, the protagonist seeks revenge for an imagined or actual injury. The revenge drama derived originally from the Roman tragedies of Seneca, but was established on the English stage by Thomas Kidd. This was his first play written by him in 1587. Most revenge tragedies share some basic elements such as a play within a play, mad scenes, a vengeful ghost, one or several gory scenes, and most importantly, a central character who has a serious grievance against a formidable opponent. The revenge tragedy is a type of dramatic story where the main character's goal is revenge. This genre is modeled after Roman tragedies, specifically those by Seneca, who focused on murder and revenge, like the Spanish tragedy. Thomas Kidd's tragedies stood out because of their intense action and focus on justice. Let me explain the details of this plot. This play takes place between two different countries, Spain and Portugal. There are a multitude of characters and a highly complex interplay between them. Hieronimo is the protagonist. Although he appears first as a minor character, there are numerous other characters including Bel Imperia and Andrea, who play the roles of antagonist and revenge-seeking ghost. The play in fact begins with the death of Andrea at the hand of Balthazar. Andrea is a Spanish nobleman and is fighting against Portugal when he dies at the hand of the Portuguese Balthazar. Don Andrea returns to tell his story and exact revenge for his untimely death. His ghost exemplifies the elements of the revenge tragedy, which includes the role of a vengeful ghost as a trademark. When the play opens, the war concludes. After the war, the king leaves Balthazar in Lawrence's custody and splits the spoils of the viceroy. Victory between the two. Horatio comforts Lawrence's sister, Belimperia, who was in love with Andrea against her family's wishes. Despite her former feelings for Andrea, Belimperia soon falls for Horatio. Her courtship with Horatius motivated moderately by her desire for revenge. Belimperia intends to agonize an amorous Balthazar, the assassin of her former lover. Later, as Balthazar is in love with Belimperia, the royal family concludes that their marriage would be an admirable way to refurbish the peace process with Portugal. Horatius' father, the Marshal Hieronimo, stages an entertainment for the Portuguese ambassador Lorenzo. And later, Lorenzo, suspecting that Belimperia was the new lover, induces her servant Bendringano and realizes that Horatio is the man. He persuades Balthazar to help him murder Horatio during an renjues to Belimperia. Hieronimo and his wife Isabella find the body of their son hanged and stabbed, and Isabella is driven mad. Lorenzo locks Belimperia away, but she succeeds in transporting and Hieronimo a letter written in her own blood, informing him that Lorenzo and Balthazar were Horatio's murderers. He is curious and attempts to see Belimperia influence Lorenzo, and he knows something, afraid that Balthazar's servant Serbrain has betrayed the plot. Lorenzo convinces Bendringano to murder him, then arranges for Bendringano's arrest in the hopes of silencing him too. Hieronimo, appointed judge, sentences Bendringano to death. Bendringano expects Lorenzo to procure his pardon, and Lorenzo, having written a fake letter of pardon, lets him trust this right up until the hangman drops Bendringano to his death. Later, regaining his senses, Hieronimo, along with Belimperia, feigns reconciliation with the murderers. The two, both of them together, plan to put on a play together, Solomon and Persida. Under cover of the play, they stab Lorenzo and Balthazar to death in front of the king, viceroy, and Duke of Castile. Belimperia kills herself and Hieronymo tells his audience of his motive behind the murders but refuses to reveal Belimperia's complicity in the plot. He then bites out his own tongue to prevent himself from talking under torture, after which he kills the Duke and then himself. Andrea and Revenge are satisfied and delivering suitable eternal punishments to the guilty parties. This brief analysis of the play proves that in Kid, a dramatist had arisen capable of devising a well sustained plot. He was not so bold an innovator as Marlowe, and his machinery was mainly borrowed from the Senecan school. The Spanish tragedy is an organic creation and fully deserved its widespread influence. It holds a unique place in dramatic literature, reaching back to Gorbadak and forward to Shakespeare's plays, probably even to Hamlet and King Lear. Thank you.